Okay, bub, listen up. Get ready, because here comes a review of X2 right now. Bad Days! Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers and the true believers out there, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to y'all as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2003 superhero flick X2, also marketed as X2 X-Men United and as X-Men 2 internationally. Released by 20th Century Fox and directed by Bryan Singer, this is, of course, the second installment of the X-Men franchise. Now, of course, after the success of the first film, well, they got to working on some big sequel. Now, apparently, there were more budget concerns, just like the last one, especially the characterizations of several other characters that were supposed to appear, like Beast and Angel. However, they managed to get something good in. Oh yeah, another thing that had to be removed because of the budget concerns include the Sentinels and the Danger Room. But that would be safe for the second, not the second sequel, the third installment, which will be reviewed next time. Anyway, I really love this movie. It's been years since I last saw it, though. But anyway, this film was a success as it was released in May of 2003 and received positive reviews for its storyline, action sequences, and performances. And I do agree. Now, of course, we have about the same cast as before. We have Patrick Stewart as Professor Charles Xavier, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Ian McKellan as Eric Lensher, alias Magneto, Halle Berry as Aurora Monroe, aka Storm, Famke Janssen as Jean Grey, James Marsden as Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, Rebecca Romijn-Stamos as Raven Darkholm, alias Mystique, Anna Paquin as Marie, aka Rogue, plus Shawn Ashmore as Bobby Drake, alias Iceman, in a bigger performance. Plus, we also have Brian Cox, Alan Cumming, Aaron Stanford, Kelly Hu, and let's see, a host of others. But anyway, let's get ready to go into the story. Now, at the White House, a brainwashed teleporting mutant attacks the President of the United States, but he's shot and retreats. Meanwhile, Logan, aka Wolverine, explores an abandoned military installation at Alkali Lake in Alberta for clues to his past, but finds nothing. Anyway, meanwhile, well, Professor Xavier and the rest of the X-Men are just, giving the children a history lesson and what have you. I gotta say, it's really something. Especially the more young, more teenagers and teenagers, early 20s, like Rogue and Iceman, and of course, we see more of him, John Allardyce, aka Pyro, who's in this. Elsewhere, Jean Grey's been having premonitions and struggles to concentrate as her powers become increasingly difficult to control. Now, of course, I'm sure everybody knows what happens if it goes wrong, or if Jean overextends herself, she'll become the Phoenix, which of course that happens in the third movie. But anyway, enough about that. Well, apparently, Bobby and John really get these two dudes who are just poking fun at them or something like that. Yeah. Professor Xavier encourages them not to show off. And soon they get word on news about the attack at the White House. Anyway, let's see. He's been having trouble trying to find what Cerebro Professor X is, so he has Jean and Storm go to find him. Anyway, Logan later returns to Professor Xavier's school for mutants and reunites with Rogue and all the others. So, and let's see if I can remember. Yeah, meanwhile, however, Professor X's old colleague and, well, still a threat, the leader of the Brotherhood of Mutants, Eric Clincher, alias Magneto, gets a visit from a mysterious character called Stryker, William Stryker. Yes. Apparently, he's up to something and uses them to tell him all about Professor X and Cerebro. Meanwhile, Logan returns and finds Professor X in Cerebro. He explains he found the base, but he just couldn't find anything else. Well, Logan manages to stay still once Professor X fires up Cerebro to find the mysterious mutant. And he found him. Finally stopped teleporting. When Jean and Storm find him, they learn he's a teleport, and they soon manage to catch him. Of course, this teleporting mutant is Kurt Wagner, alias Nightcrawler. Yes, probably one of the more underrated X-Men, sort of, in my opinion, but hey, we're glad we finally got this character on board for an X-Men movie. Alan Cumming actually did a pretty good job on the character, especially with doing the accent for the character, because, of course, if everybody knows that Wagner is actually from Germany, and he is devoutly religious, considering he looks like a blue devil, or something like that. But anyway, now, Wolverine's been put on, well, duty to watch over the children and stuff, and reveals that Cyclops and him are going to visit an old friend. So, they go to question him, and Magneto says he's received a visit from William Stryker, and he remembered that name. He tried to help his son, but just wasn't able to. But after learning more stuff, Magneto reveals to Professor X he's told Stryker everything. Yeah, boy, and once Professor X yells for Cyclops, that's when Magneto's yelling, "You should have killed me when you had the chance!" Yes. Anyway, meanwhile, Stryker approaches the president and receives approval to investigate Xavier's mansion for their ties to mutants in the wake of the recent attack. And, well, Wolverine's just looking around for stuff while Iceman's enjoying some ice cream. I'll just call by either name, their regular name or hero name, so don't mind me. Looking around, it's like, got any beer? It's like, this is a school. It's like, so that's a no? Yeah, that's a no. It's like, got anything other than chocolate milk? Says there should be some sodas in the cabinet. And Abe finds a Dr. Pepper, which actually was big marketing support for the movie, as a matter of fact. Yeah. And Iceman manages to give it a cooling. Yeah. Well, he explains that he's kind of having difficulty trying to, well, getting with Rogue, because after all, his boyfriend and all that jazz. Anyway, soon, a big attack occurs as Stryker's forces invade the school and abduct some of the students. Peter Rasputin, aka Colossus, leads the remaining students to safety, while Logan, along with Rogue, Iceman, and Pyro, escape. Yeah, now we have Colossus in here, but we don't get to see. Well, we do get to see a little bit of him, but he's just the actual English one, which that's a kind of a slight letdown, because if y'all know that Colossus is originally from Russia, but however, we do get to hear his Russian accent in the Deadpool movies later on. Okay. Oh yes, now, oh yeah. Stryker's assistant, Yoroko Oyama, aka Lady Deathstrike, captures Cyclops and Xavier. And during the attack, Logan confronts Stryker, who addresses him as Wolverine and seems to know about his past. Yes. So, Mystique, who is still out there, gains information about Magneto's prison and helps him escape while also discovering schematics for a second Cerebro. And Logan, with his adamantium claws, takes one of Cyclops' cars and head up to Boston to meet with Bobby's family. So, Storm, along with Jean and Nightcrawler, manage to arrive when they aren't aware that Bobby's brother's calling the police. And boy, there's some really intense stuff going on. Pyro attacks him, but Ro manages to use her power to stop him and what have you, because of course her abilities, well, takes away powers and life force and what have you. Yeah. And the X-Jet is attacked by fire jets while flying back to the mansion and is shot down. However, Magneto saves them from crashing. Magneto explains to the group that Stryker has built the second Cerebro already to use it, and Xavier telepathically kill every mutant on the planet. Now, of course, I mentioned Stryker's son, whose name was Jason. He was a mutant with mind controlling powers, whom Stryker will use to force Xavier to do this. Stryker had also previously used Jason's powers to orchestrate Nightcrawler's attack as a pretense to gain approval to invade Xavier's mansion. Magneto also tells Wolverine that Stryker was the man who grafted his adamantium skeleton onto his bones and is responsible for his amnesia. And Jean reads Nightcrawler's mind and determines that Stryker's base is underground in a dam at Alkali Lake. Okay, I'm going to get to the final act of this and into the ending. So, if you haven't seen this movie, well, I won't tell you yet. But if you have seen this movie, you're free to go on with the review. But if you haven't, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid ending spoilers. Okay? Thank you for your understanding. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Disguised as Logan, Mystique infiltrates Stryker's base. She lets the rest of the mutants in, and Magneto and Mystique go to disable Cerebro before the brainwashed Xavier can activate it. Storm and Nightcrawler rescue the captured students. And Jean fights Cyclops, who is now being mind-controlled. Their battle frees him, but damages the dam, which begins to rupture. Logan finds Stryker in an adamantium smelting lab and remembers it as where he received his adamantium skeleton. And Logan fights Yoriko, who also kind of has a bit of a different type of adamantium skeleton or something like that. And then chases Stryker to a helicopter pad and chains him to the helicopter's wheel. Yes. Magneto stops Cerebro and using Mystique impersonating Stryker to command Jason has Xavier redirect its powers on normal humans. The two subsequently use Stryker's helicopter to escape, accompanied by Pyro, who has been swayed to Magneto's views. Nightcrawler teleports Storm inside Cerebro, where she creates a snowstorm to break Jason's concentration and free Xavier from his control. The X-Men flee the dam as water engulfs it, killing Stryker, but the X-Jet loses all power and struggles to take flight. As the flood water rushes towards him, Jean's was taking a big risk sneaking off the jet and telepathically wishes the team goodbye. As she holds back the water and raises the jet above it as flames erupt from her body until she lets go and allows the flood to crash down upon her, presumably killing her. Which really made Cyclops really pale than you can ever imagine. Yeah. Soon, the X-Men appear as they freeze everyone except the president, who is given a report on television, and give him Stryker's files. And Xavier warns him that humans and mutants must work together to build peace. And back at the school, Xavier, Cyclops, and Logan remember Jean, and Xavier begins to hold a class. Meanwhile, as we hear Jean say the words that Professor X used at the beginning of the movie, yeah, I forgot to bring that up. Yes. We hear that, and we see a phoenix-like shape rising from the flooded alkali lake. Presuming that Jean may have lived. We don't know until the next one. And that's the end of X2. Okay, now, what did I think of X2? I'm gonna say it was exciting. Yeah, I was just having a little fun with y'all on that. But anyway, I loved it. The story was real good. The movie's overall running time was 133 minutes. That's half hour more than its predecessor. But everyone was absolutely real good and what have you. John Ottman did the score for this. And what can I say? Everything in it was good. The story was absolutely good. Action sequences were good. And performances from everyone was good. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see Nightcrawler again in the sequel. After this, 3 years later, we would get the third one, which would be X-Men The Last Stand, which I'll be reviewing next time. But anyway, I have watched this movie many times. But anyway, it's really a fun experience. So would I recommend X2? Hell yeah! This is something you need to check out. Now, it may not be on Disney Plus yet. Now, I've already learned that some of the X-Men movies are coming to Disney Plus, since I've already known that X-Men Days of Future Past is already playing on Disney Plus. We don't know yet if X2 will come. I do know X-Men will be coming. I know X-Men First Class will be coming. And I know X-Men Apocalypse will be coming. We don't know about X2 or X-Men The Last Stand yet. But we'll see what happens. So anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed a lot of this movie. Can't really think of a best part, except maybe I liked the confrontation with Wolverine and Lady Deathstrike. That was real good. So anyway, that's all I can tell you. Anyway, what did you think of X2? Please feel free to tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below. Subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me again next time when I bring to you a review of X-Men: The Last Stand. So anyway, if you like this video, again, click the like button below. And thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this, see these other superhero reviews. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of X-Men, which I did a couple of days ago. In the upper right-hand corner is my recent review of Fantastic Four, which I reviewed almost a week ago, which celebrated its 15th anniversary from 2005. And as a bonus, in the bottom to left-hand corner is my review of another second installment of a big flick, Spider-Man 2 from 2004, which is definitely a very good movie. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you are wanting to check out more of my channel. If you are wanting to see anything, if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, video games, just about any type of entertaining form, then I'm your man. Check me out. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying Excelsior! See ya!